It is common knowledge that rodents hoard nuts, stolen technology, units.
Okay, first off, I ain't a hoarder nor a rodent.
I know you have a stash hidden aboard this ship. Fetch it, now.
There ain't nothing to fetch. Groot blew our stash on Contraxia, and the rest I gave to Quill and Gamora for the DAS quarantine zone access code.
A likely story.
Why don't you go bother someone else?
I intend to. Open this door! I know you are in there, sentient tree! Peter Quill, order the tree to open this door! I am certain that the rodent has hidden a stash of units within the latrine.
All right. I'll check on him and tell you if he's doing anything weird.
Acceptable.
Groot, you okay in there? Think you could open the door for a minute? Is that my toothbrush? Great. Now I need a new toothbrush.
What do you want, Quill? If you're looking for units, check your own room. Seriously, Quill, if you're here to talk about feelings, it's a hard pass. So, you here to talk, or you just want a gear upgrade?
Can you upgrade me? Pretty please?
Okay, let's make some flarkin' cool stuff. Small marvel crafted. Done in record time. I doubt even you could break that. There, all set. Anything else?
You're not still upset, are you?
It'd be a lot better if we didn't have 3 cycles to pay a fine.
Hey, remember that time on Conlar with the Badoon and that really hot Ascavarian girl?
Yeah, her buddies would have spaced your stupid Humy butt if me and Groot hadn't busted in.
I had things under control, mostly.
Ha! Too bad you're broke, Quill. I should be charging you for all the times we saved you.
Name one other time you saved me.
Contraxia, Nowhere, Paramitar, Ceres, Contraxia again, Malador...
Okay, so I owe you. Big.
I should have turned you in for Yondu's bounty. Sure as Scott wouldn't be scrounging for units to pay off your Nova girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. But admit it, you like being a guardian of the galaxy.
Still on the fence about the brand name, but keeping the Milano as collateral was a pretty smart move.
Never agreed to that.
If you'd rather I turn you in.
Don't worry. I know you put a lot into this team. I'll make it up to you.
You better.
Any units I uncover will go directly to you, but I am unsure the others will do the same.
So, you're taking the whole find the units thing pretty seriously.
It is a serious matter.
Yeah, I totally get it. We're all afraid of going back to prison.
I am not afraid of going back to prison.
Oh, good. Because I'm not either, mostly.
In the kiln, I was surrounded by criminals, murderers, and thieves. They taught me a harsh lesson. Assassins and bounty hunters cannot be trusted.
Okay. Wow. Don't you think maybe you're calling the kettle black?
I have not mentioned kitchenware.
It's an Earth thing. What I mean is, you're a convicted mass murderer. I used to be a pirate. We're not exactly upstanding citizens.
You and I honor our word. I cannot say the same for the others.
You could be wrong, Drax. You won't know until you give them a chance.
We will see.
Hey, Gamora.
You're supposed to knock.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be looking for money.
I did.
And?
I don't have any.
Also, what's with the dolls?
Do you value your life?
Is that a trick question? Okay, yes, mostly I value my life.
Good. Then pretend like you saw nothing and get out.
See you in the lounge?
Out.
Got it. Looks broken. Maybe Rocket can fix it. Groot! Hey, buddy. I was just, checking to see if everything was okay. And it is. Okay.
I am Groot.
Too bad this translator's busted. I was hoping it might have Groot stored on it, or something.
I am Groot.
That way I could download it into my translator. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on stuff without, you know, Rocket always filtering it.
I am Groot.
You know, I didn't always have a translation implant. I mean, I was feeling Spanish before I left Earth, not that Spanish would have prepared me for all of this.
I am Groot.
Man, those first few years, do you know how hard it was to get by without having any idea what people were saying? Half of the languages out here sound like white noise, weird birds, and messed up theremins. I don't even want to know what Rocket actually sounds like. TV did not prepare me for the realities of living in space, let me tell you.
I am Groot.
Honestly, man, you're lucky you have Rocket. I mean, I know what it's like to be surrounded by people and have no one understand you, how lonely that can be. I'd have been lost. You must have been lost too, before Rocket and us.
I am Groot.
I probably don't say this enough, but you really are an important part of the team. I can't imagine the Gardeners of the Galaxy without Groot. And who knows? If this thing does have your language in it and Rocket can download it somehow or hack it or I don't know.
I am Groot.
It'd be nice to finally talk to you. For real. Actually, hold that thought. Yo, Rocket!
What?
Can you come here for a sec?
What do you want, Quill? I'm busy.
Think you can see if this translator has Groot's language on it?
It doesn't.
You didn't even check!
Don't need to. Cheap scut like that don't have rare language packages, and even if it did, it's beyond salvageable.
Really? Wait, do you have Groot's language package installed in your translation implant?
Do I look like I'm made of units? Only folks who got that language package are rich people.
So you actually speak Groot then?
You mean Talinisan? And yeah, I speak it, more or less. Me and Groot been bounty hunting together for a decade before you came along, Quill. When you've been working together that long, you develop a common understanding.
I am Groot.
You say misunderstandings, I say open to interpretation.
I am Groot.
They didn't go sour. We didn't need those jobs anyway.
So you guys learned to understand each other over time.
And with the help of a spreadsheet of Groot's lexicon, which ain't no easy feat when your entire language sounds like I am in Groot.
So there's hope for us yet.
I am Groot.
Glad we had this little chat.
I am Groot.
Awesome. Cool. Whoa, glad Corell didn't find that on top of the space llama.
Groot! Are you done in there? Me and Musclehead could use some input.
I am Groot.
What do you mean a minute? You've been in there for ages.
I have noticed that the tree is very meticulous about grooming.
You don't say. He made me snip off the shoots on his back the other day. Nobody cares that they were poking out, you big dandy. Why you gotta be so paranoid, big guy? You didn't mind trusting me on Hanshi.
Trust you repaid by attempting to rob our employer.
I told you I was just testing their security measures.
So you claimed.
Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out, and... Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravagers space virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime, about 3 years into my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were, and they also weren't. Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. The Chitauri have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in that snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I'd been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple, complicated, and kind of embarrassing. But it ended with the two of us delivering a transport full of stolen supplies straight into the hands of the Resistance.
For a bucket load of units too, I bet.
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. The Ravagers had a simple code. Steal from everyone. Yondu said it made them neutral.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Chitauri transports being hit when I was still... you know.
They hit just as many Resistance ships, until a Chitauri cruiser uncloaked in front of them during a raid and...
Yondu ended up on Chitauri Prime, with you.
After we broke out, he could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base. But he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did. Being a Ravager was the first time I felt like I really belonged, if that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Ryder and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Yes, exactly. Those first few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family, which, now that I'm hearing it, would make Yondu my...
Space Dad?
Could have been worse. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
Well, well, well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
$37 units?
We appear to be 7,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill,
I know. We clearly need a plan.
and reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no, not Fin Fang Foom again.
Yes, we should go after Fin Fang Foom.
Drax, there are easier ways to get paid. Like, what about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on, you've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always there.
Holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Huh, team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no
Set course
sacrifice.
for the Mocking
I will
Star system,
sacrifice your head.
and take us to the
Guys! I think we should hear out Groot for once.
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. It is brilliant.
Yeah, you know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most...
I am Groot.
No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend. Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He's cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Monster Queen would pay a great sum for such a creature.
Really? How great?
How are you okay with this?
Because I know what I am, and I know what he ain't.
I am Groot.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, I think Groot's more convincing, in the traditional monster sense. Groot, buddy, first of all, thank you. And second of all, I want you to know we're gonna bust you out of there right after, okay?
I am Groot.
Alright, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
They say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather. Anyways, I'm sure it looks worse than it is.
There! That's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Get us in close, Quill. I don't want to walk in this.
Yep, no problem.
Flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment. Piece of cake.
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the transaction.
We're like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping. Nope. Okay.
Next time, I'm flying.
Are you sure the Leafy One is ready for this?
Nope.
He'll be fine.
Don't you get all gloomy right now. Don't help.
Because your constant complaining does?
You are complaining about the short one complaining.
We're all complaining. Happy?
Ugh, Groot. Why?
I hope y'all like walking, because this is gonna take a while.
But you think I'm glad we landed this far from the fortress?
Cheer up, rodents. The rain will be refreshing.
Rain is sky trash.
Why?
Calm down yourself. You love rain, Clark Plant.
Wonder what would have happened if Lila had survived.
Why don't we ever get missions on nice, warm, dry planets? Paramitar did have a nice forest, because it was dry.
They say that Seknarf 9 is inhospitable to soft-bodied beings. We shall see how you fare, Peter Quill.
I am Groot.
No, we should not go. We got it. It's different.
Hope that jacket of yours is waterproof.
We accomplish nothing by lingering in the ship.
How about staying dry? That's an accomplishment.
Of course, it had to be raining. I hate wet.
That's sweet, but we both know you ain't got money to buy no umbrella.
Are we going? Because I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far!
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer! We'll figure it out on the way!
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good! We've already got a beast! All that's left is the merchant part!
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing! Ah! Ew! Ah! Ouch! Ugh. Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord. We ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
At least we'll have time to think about our sales pitch. We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
Agreed. We must face Lady Hellbender's rage head on.
Almost sounds like you want to get hit by lightning.
I would not expect a Chitauri trader to understand the underlying value.
The underlying value of getting killed.
Of being direct, you child of subterfuge.
What is your problem?
Lady Hellbender scoffs upon duplicity and...
That was way too close!
Well played, Lady Hellbender!
So we're still doing this?
Yes!
Guys! Focus! Keep an eye out on those big blue ones and take cover when they hit. Or we'll get blown right off!
Good advice! okay?
We should have gone to Maku 4.
Hey, check out the old resistance ship. Thing's been shot to hell.
No doubt by this one and her Chitauri friends.
We weren't friends.
Guys,
Not sure. But it ain't moving now.
It would be wary rodent.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little... Ah!
It's not alone. Get ready!
Incoming attack!
What? I don't know. Don't eat them!
yes, this is the local fauna!
Have to be an endangered species!
We're outside to regenerate!
Rush them, Drax! What are these things?
You're a morphic vermin!
I was getting bored anyway.
Being fried by lightning wasn't exactly enough for you!
How it's done! Watch it! Spikes!
My blows bounce off the jelly!
I don't think the goo matters. It's the spikes inside.
You're a big guy! With fervor! Perhaps these were sent by Lady Hellbender.
This is a test, we're acing it! Watch the spiky things!
Now is not the time for watching Peter.
The blob's on a warpath.
The blobby's got a knife!
I'm ready. Just find me an opening.
You owe me one, Quill!
Chop them up!
This won't hurt much.
What are these things?
You're amorphous vermin!
Jelly's on the offensive.
Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools!
I can't hit the middle!
Where? Shackle! No mercy! The gelatin is satisfying destruction!
I'll take your word on that! Send it their way, Drax!
I got all these toys I'm just dying to use! Next time, you're on your own!
What would I do without you, Rocket?
Destroy the cores to kill them.
Smash its inside! Just some general life advice!
Spikes are incoming!
Past time someone got stabbed.
Peter Quill, I have rescued you!
I was almost cooked there! Thanks, Big D!
Quill! Slime speeding up!
What is next, Peter Quill?
Shooting the jelly's no good!
Bombs away, Rocket!
All right, I'm good.
Keep them busy, Quill!
Very needed help!
Perish!
About time. The blob's on a warpath.
Perhaps these were sent by Lady Hellbender.
Well, she can keep them!
We need to get to the core.
The jelly is charging! Gelatin is satisfying!
I'll enjoy this.
I'll take your word on that!
Feel my rock!
Yes, this is the local fauna!
It's about to be an endangered species! What's next, Peter?
The creature mocks us with its regenerative jiggling!
Enough with the jelly! Break its bones! So that's That's what a monster around here looks like?
We are outside Lady Hellbender's sanctuary. The creatures here are not her pets.
They sort of do look like food.
We're gonna be food if we don't climb out of here.
Where the flark is she going?
There's a trail going through the jungle! Try to find a way up!
This husk should be easier to climb than the muddy terrain.
I ain't comfortable calling it a husk, seeing as we're about to climb it and all.
Clearly not a husk!
It is the hollowed husk of a bygone time.
When all else fails, shoot stuff.
Words to live
Having fun?
Didn't think I'd ever be shooting at a resistance ship. Drax, you could pull this reactor out gently, right?
If it were combustible, the rodent would have shot it by now.
by. He makes an excellent point.
Will I continue ripping it apart?
No. I think we're good.
Great, we made it halfway up. Now what?
Maybe if we could lower that wing somehow.
I'm going to scout ahead! Try not to kill yourself on the way up!
There they are, wing controls.
Need your expert skills again, Rocket.
What's taking so long?
All right, Rocket. That wing control panel's all yours. Hope it still works.
Great. Everyone watch out for beeping red lights.
What? Why?
This is a resistance ship. We'll be lucky if there's only one booby trap on it. What the flark?
That don't sound like no jelly thing.
They say that Lady Hellbender's call echoes throughout the planet.
Careful! Looks like something big moved through here.
Yay.
If you see anything with claws the size of Drax, let me know.
I thought we already had our monster. What's she tracking this thing for?
For sport.
Nothing wrong with
Just further proof that we are not welcome here. If we turn back every time we ain't wanted.
What are you firing at, Peter Quill?
Did you see a monster?
No, just trying to stay ready. Good thing we have a plant guy to take care of a plant problem.
He says plants aren't problems.
I don't know. Rocket, can you take care of those branches? Drax, think this is a sign from Lady Hellbender?
We are clearly not wanted on this planet.
Can you get us through here, Gamora?
Whatever it takes to find Hellbender.
Her name's Lady.
Yeah, Gamora.
If we want an audience with her, we will have to start showing some respect.
This from the guy who calls me Harlot Spawn of Thanos.
An accurate description. We all know which harlot spawned her first.
Gamora's actually adopted, so not even that accurate.
Yeah. Also, not a harlot.
Right. That...
Dead end. That's just great.
Wait, is that Shatari tech over there?
Ask the Chitauri.
No, it is. It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What are you...
do not have time to dawdle in this jungle. I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face! Put me...
We're not throwing Rocket.
Very well.
You sons of forking jogs!
How will we cross?
Scum, don't face
Look around. We'll find another way.
My problem is meatheads trying to huck me. Not a chance.
You are overreacting. I did not throw you.
Only 'cause Quill stopped you.
Then there should be no problem.
I'm watching you. You happy and psychopath.
There has to be something we can use. Maybe a tall tree?
I am Groot.
Taller than Groot.
What's Chitauri Tech doing on a backwater mud ball like this?
Perhaps Lady Hellbender repelled the flaming swarm. Live among the storm. would be easier to throw than rodent.
No, it would not. What if he breaks a leg?
He would still have 3.
No one's throwing rocket. No, the statues are not watching us.
Do not be so sure. They say Lady Hellbender has eyes.
Of course they do.
Think these statues are of the monsters on this planet?
Made of rock.
Thanks, genius. I mean, maybe this is why Hellbender's so hot for monsters. Just another religious nut.
He is not a nut of any kind. She's a conqueror.
Maybe these were from the people she conquered. Shooting your way out of every problem again, Peter?
Trying to. I know. I just got turned around.
Turned around or cowering in fear from Lady Hellbender?
Why not both?
Wow! It is dark in here!
If you bump into any monsters, let us know.
Monster Planet! Right.
No, that aimless shooting isn't gonna scare the monsters away, right?
Hey! My shooting's not aimless. Everything I do is with purpose and, you know, heroism. Hey! I found more ruins down here!
Ah, perhaps we could fashion a catapult.
We're not throwing rockets! A miracle it's still standing in these storms. Drax, think you can topple this?
I may have angered them.
Them?
We're being hunted.
Alright, let's try not to fall.
That's your pep talk. Great place to leave a sculpture.
Wait, hear that?
Rise up, people!
Incoming!
Fucking monster things! Everyone get ready!
Whoa! They're like flying ticks!
A tick is a measurement of time, dear Will. I will face all of Lady Hellbender's beasts. Maybe she'll pay us to refill our stock.
So glad you parked all this way away, Will.
Think of it like a walk through the zoo! With guns!
How many times have I saved your butt now?
I look forward to our next encounter.
Anyone else notice this place looks like a graveyard?
Focus on not becoming part of one!
I'm starting to miss those galley things.
I'm sure you'll see them again.
Ready!
The trick is to defeat them before they defeat you.
Big problems call for the big solution! Thanks, Drax! These things would have come in handy a second ago!
And I shall remove their wings. My great strength goes underutilized.
Watch the stingers!
I'm watching the big flarky thing.
How sweet is this? Whoa! They're like flying ticks!
Ticks fly by when you're having fun!
I will face all of Lady Hellbender's beasts.
Don't forget, we're selling one of those beasts! Come to pieces! Anyone else notice this place looks like a graveyard?
Focus on not becoming part of one!
You owe me one, Quill.
Not going into the light this time, little buddy! These things would have come in handy a second ago!
It would have been better than Drax's idea.
Watch the stingers!
Only thing worse than a bug is a flying one!
Enough of these inferior creatures. I yearn for monsters.
Yeah, I'm feeling all turned around as well. Where the flark are we?
Just look around. There must be a path here somewhere.
Why are we so sure this is the way?
Alright, Gamora. Pretty sure it's this way.
50 units says it ain't.
He doesn't have 50 units.
No way are we almost there. Still got like half a planet to walk across.
Lady Hellbender could cross this jungle in 7 strides.
Sure she could.
Or she would have flown over the mountains.
I heard she shoots lasers out of her eyes.
Now we're talking.
I have not heard that one.
I heard there are actually 9 of her. That's why they call it Seknarf 9.
Gamora, mind cutting us a path?
Say that Lady Hellbender feels it every time you cut a piece of her jungle.
An old Nova bomber. I haven't seen one of these since the war. I remember it used to take a dozen ships to bring one down.
Dozen ships, or one Chitauri infiltrator.
I'll take that one as a compliment.
Still no sign of the fortress?
Nope.
Now what's the holdup?
Fear. No. Just thinking someone else should cross the death pit first. Being Groot of the merchandise.
Only one of you is the merchandise.
Plan?
Just go.
No, you just
Someone go!
Don't leaders usually cross first?
Not if it's dangerous. Because I need to cover everyone.
Right.
See, it's fine. Perfectly safe.
Fine.
Do not even think of pushing the assassin.
There are so many better ways to kill someone.
Easy does it.
Groot says there's something down there. Monster.
It doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
It's unstable either way. Just move.
Yup, definitely saw the giant tentacle. Yup, definitely saw the giant tentacle. Yup, definitely saw the giant tentacle.
Nice catch.
You're welcome. Don't get used to it.
Peter Quill, we are not alone here.
I got it.
Guys, anyone know what that is?
A monster.
What? It ain't cute.
I don't want to get eaten by a squid tiger!
Hey, at least it can't swallow you whole.
This last time I bleed, buddy.
Them jelly things weren't cutting it.
Guys, huddle up!
This battle could be over, traitor, if you would leave the bludgeoning to me.
Not my fault you're slower than my sword.
You're both slow. 50 units says me and Groot can mow them all down without you.
I am Groot.
Whoa, guys! Y'all keep saying you're better than the rest, like a dance competition where the losers failed the test. Well, those scut plugs on the field only want to take us out. So if we don't dance together, this whole fight will be a rout. Who's with me?
Wise words, Peter Quill.
Bring it on!
Feel bit.
Is anything on this planet not trying to kill us?
It's a monster! This has got my name on it!
the battle!
Aw, Stumpy's running away.
That its tail between its legs. I say we go after it. Finish the job.
Anyone ever tell you you're scary?
Yes.
I mean, there's obviously a way out up there, which is exactly what we need. Plus, it'll give us eyes on where we need to go.
Let's settle. Let's scale this down fast.
Yeah, okay. How do we do that?
Good question. Huh. Looks like there's one of those vintage workbench things back here.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, Rocky, let's see if this thing still works.
Yeah, all right. Just better not get jumped by any monsters. Dream on, Quill.
So, where are we?
Waiting for you so that we can scale this contraption.
Ah, right.
Starting to wonder if I should be the one with a fancy visor.
I wouldn't trust a thing you said.
Gamora, how high up this thing can you climb?
Let's find out.
Are you relishing this moment, assassin?
What moment?
Visiting the grave of your enemies.
Nova Corps weren't my enemies, Drax. They were my father's enemies. Well,
Here will work.
on it. This wreck is so rusted out you can hardly see the blue.
Long time since the war, and this place is all kind of wet.
Feels like yesterday, in all the worst ways.
Agreed.
See anything useful up there?
I got eyes on this gunked up reactor. A couple of shots should bring it down. All right. Pretty sure that baby's our ticket upward. Somehow.
It is neither a baby nor a ticket. It is a reactor.
Hey, Quill, mind giving the old girl a scan? We already got the reactor down, Quill. Don't think there's much else you can do up there.
I thought our objective was to climb the ship. That is what Peter Quill is doing.
You're both right. But if we're gonna get all the way up to the top of this thing, we'll need a different way. Drax, moving that thing around ain't a problem, right?
It is not. Just like the mighty Lady Hellbender, I am exceptionally muscular.
We got it, Drax.
Hey, big guy, lift that thing up.
Are we sure we want to go back up? I'm getting used to not being completely soaked.
Perhaps the storm will have abated.
At the rate we're moving,
Drax, you still out there?
Indeed.
Anything you can do, like climb down that craggy wall?
And what then? Would you allow me to launch you over the cliff? You frowned upon launching the rodent.
He still frowns on that.
Come on.
Ask the assassin.
You want some more stuff for me, Drax?
Do not fall victim to
All
indecision.
that for me, bud? Mind lifting that up?
Gladly.
You can put it down here.
first a down resistance ship, now a Nova Corps one.
This unit is tremendously heavy.
Do you even know where to put it?
I have merely followed our leader's directions.
Here looks good.
Gotta say, I get some sick satisfaction from seeing this thing buried in the ground.
Had a few run-ins with Nova Corps rocket?
More like run-froms. These things can turn on a dime. Meant for getting in close to dreadnoughts, but also make it hard to shake when they're chasing you.
Perfect. Thanks, Drax.
What purpose does it serve over here?
You'll see, you'll see. Just be patient. No giant monster. All good. Need some help moving, Drax.
At this rate, by the time we get there, Hellbender will have moved on from Monster Cliff. Yes, I am obviously being sarcastic. Just saying it shouldn't take this long to get to her. I am being constructive.